Redmond Avenue.
An armed robbery occurred late Saturday night at this gas station on West.
Residents in the area say they heard gunshots around 10 or 11 Saturday night, but didn't think much of it.
Shots were fired and at least one person injured. In Jackson,
police say there were shots fired into a house in the 3000 block of
the area say they heard gunshots around 10.
What they fight for? Tell me what they fighting for. All money and drugs, that's what it was, that's what you dying for. Cook it up in the kitchen, life sentence, that's what you striving for. You trap, you trap, you trap, you trap, you trap, you trap.
Come trap your fix, get your licks, cause this White House was built with bricks. To sell your soul, you get that gold, you get that dope, you get them kicks, they tell you whatever. To keep you in sin forever. The oil, the money, the drugs got you trapped. You trap, you trap, you trap.
Ayy. You want that American dream, don't you? You wanna ride clean, sipping that purple lean, don't you? You want that Jesus peace that they ain't never seen, don't you? Run them numbers up, why them hoes scream, don't you? But it come with a price. Rick James, yeah, they colder than ice. They make you sign on the dotted line. They give you your life. Monopoly, now you rolling the dice. You wanna shine, right? You wanna shine, bright? Where your soul, I need it. All your goals, you reach it.
Been on the block, hit the corners, but it ain't for the rock. This for the Lord, this for my people that's getting destroyed. This for the men that's living like boys. This for the women that's living like whores. I got a bone to pick. Running the zone to pick the road. Wet shots, no bricks. America, KKK, damn. Living off the pig, going ham. Cooking coke, cut it if you can. No hope, rolling with the plan. White man dream, that's a scam. And all we do is follow master. All we do is follow pastors. Led to the slaughter. We need the Father, damn.
What they fight for? Tell me what they fight for. All money and drugs, that's what it was, that's what you dying for. Cook it up in the kitchen, life sentence, that's what you striving for. You trap, you trap, you trap, you trap, you trap, you trap.
Come trap your fix, get your licks, cause this White House was built with bricks. To sell your soul, you get that gold, you get that dope, you get them kicks, they tell you whatever. To keep you in sin forever. The oil, the money, the drugs got you trapped. You trap, you trap, you trap.
Money, car, clothes, hold drugs. What you living for? The cops ran them down. Trigger happy, what they shoot up for. Marching, they want justice, you want peace, but it never come. Judgment from the Lord, I pray you repent before your time come. The trap out, that's your hangout. Till you crap out, till you lose your life. Look good, he was bugging. Loco, shot a Draco, took a life. Like damn, bam, kicking the door with a no, not one. You was sleep in the bed, baby girl on the couch with a infrared beam, gon' move, get down. Like damn, man, tell me was it worth it? Praying to the Father, why? When shots rang out about 100 rounds, when they shot up the couch and the blood ran down. Damn, now that's your daughter, now she dead laying on the couch. You jumped up, cocked your block back, grabbed your dose and tried to run. Damn, so now you trapped, ran to the back of the house, no way out, laid on the floor, shot through the door, then tried to reload. Prison, he ain't going back. Reload, then cocked the hammer back. Put the gun to his head, bent down to his knees, and blew his own damn brains out. Gone.
What they fight for? Tell me what they fight for. All money and drugs, that's what it was, that's what you dying for. Cook it up in the kitchen, life sentence, that's what you striving for. You trap, you trap, you trap, you trap, you trap, you trap.
Come trap your fix, get your licks, cause this White House was built with bricks. To sell your soul, you get that gold, you get that dope, you get them kicks, they tell you whatever. To keep you in sin forever. The oil, the money, the drugs got you trapped. You trap, you trap, you trap.
Whoever's giving out these record deals, but all this violence here, people are ducking for cover. Children are killing children, and there's no effort into boycotting anybody. Look how hard they're going to stop us. YouTube stopping us, PayPal stopping us, Facebook stopping us. All the energy they're putting into stopping us, who is not causing any harm to anybody.
You are now flying.
Southwest. The season's changing, we go harder. Barely get sleep, I hit the streets, I got my guard up. I know we probably did some things that we not proud of. That's why the Father had to leave us at the bottom. But I ain't tripping cause he got us. We on a mission, time ticking on that timer. Taking the kingdom, ain't no secret, bro, we got us. Cause ain't no respect without power. Rise and shine, early grind, recognize I'm certified. 12 tribes worldwide, don't act like you ain't heard about it. I'm a young kind of fly, Babylon traumatized. Hit the block, prophesy, hit me when you down the ride, nigga. Tell me now how you figure. You rob me for everything and then break me down to a nickel. Red clay be the dirt in them shackles of iron bigger. nigga. System made to enslave an intelligent mind, nigga. Listen, I got crumbs I barely eat. I got a bed I never sleep. I got a son I never see. So if I'm playing this for keeps, then he can play me for weak. And I ain't playing what I speak. They call it hatred when I'm only saying everything I see. Oppression all I ever see, and it's making me mad. So every day I'm out here teaching under rebel flags until Messiah come and save me. Babylon enslaved me. Bahamas, that's what made me. But Mississippi raised me. Seasons changing, we go harder. Barely get sleep, I hit the streets, I got my guard up. I know we probably did some things that we not proud of. That's why the Father had to leave us at the bottom. But I ain't tripping cause he got us. We on a mission, time ticking on that timer. Taking the kingdom ain't no secret, bro, we got us. Cause ain't no respect without power.
Look, see me rising up, you better get back. Harmless as a dove, but you still gon' feel my impact. That young lion, Simba back, nourished off the Similac. Now everything you built is at stake. Don't forget that. So much you gotta pay for. Your destruction I pray for. I do not hit women, but I'm beating on this great whore. I'm no longer ignorant, I made it out that great war. Casting down doctrines now, need I say more? Yes, man, give me my respect now. Babylon falling in my knees on her neck now. She screaming, I can't breathe, I love that sound. Know what I'm saying? You looking at a God in the flesh now. Jeremiah 49, you about to drink of that cup. No, you trembling with fear because the army rising up. Christ told me hold fast up until the day he come, and I'ma give him all I have, hoping that it's good enough.
Seasons changing, we go harder. Barely get sleep, I hit the streets, I got my guard up. I know we probably did some things that we not proud of. That's why the Father had to leave us at the bottom. But I ain't tripping cause he got us. We on a mission, time ticking on that timer. Taking the kingdom ain't no secret, bro, we got us. Cause ain't no respect without power.
Word got me hypnotized, prophesying every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. Scoffing better improvise, niggas sinning every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. Word let me visualize what we missing to this day, to this day, to this day, to this day, to this day. Word got me hypnotized, prophesying every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. They saying it must be ready to die. Lord ain't coming back to play. Scoffing better improvise. Niggas sinning every day. Already know the time is not. We ain't got no time to play. Word, let me visualize what we missing to this day. You gon' be put on display. Slice your head off like filet. Make haste now, don't delay. Why we the best, powerful clay. Down the ride, yeah or nay. Don't be standing in the way. We really tryna lead this place. We ain't really tryna stay. Push until your body hurt. Ain't nobody better on this earth. Put these nations on a shirt. Chosen seed since birth. America is a ho-ho. Gotta go lift up the skirt. Eat them, gon' get it, dawg. Beat they ass into the dirt. Word got me hypnotized, prophesying every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Scoffing better improvise. Niggas sinning every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Word let me visualize what we missing to this day. To this day, to this day, to this day, to this day. Word got me hypnotized, prophesying every day. Every day, every day, every day.
Yeah, do the blood, 365, that's every day. Look in my face, then contemplate. This truth get heavy, how much you weigh? You gotta perform when you on this stage. Didn't get cut up, ain't talking fake. Infiltrate your city, yeah, that's a raid. Got the block on lock like barricade. Hypnotized by the word, yeah, that's a day. Yeah, what you gonna do? These prophecy keep coming true. These scriptures I keep thumbing through. Every word I speak, bad I can prove. We the real Jew, that's breaking news. Pastor key line, they still confused. Tell you right now, mama didn't raise no fool. Cause the most high still left clue. And these curses a sign. When them chariots pull up, don't be the one get left behind. You put the truth right in front of them, they still act like it's hard to find. You don't store your treasures up in heaven. You swipe that car, watch it decline. Until the day the Lord pull up, I'm gon' grind. Yeah, that's my mind.
Word got me hypnotized, prophesying every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Scoffing better improvise. Niggas sinning every day. Every
Welcome to the Natives Hour, home of the 10 tribes. I'm Officer Dunn, and to my left, Officer Asadai. And to my right, Officer Jair. To his right, Officer Jonah. Hey, y'all. We're going to bring it out today. This show is actually going to be about the Pine Ridge. The Pine Ridge is currently in a state of emergency.
Bring it out.
Let's pull up that thumbnail. All right, and they've been in this state of emergency for years, right? The same staff they had in the 90s, they still have today. Let's look at this thumbnail. So this thumbnail is kind of a representation of what's going on at the Pine Ridge. You know, and the Pine Ridge is pretty big, as a matter of fact.
Pine Ridge is huge. Pine Ridge is like, it's almost half of South Dakota.
Damn.
It's big. It's a lot of land.
Yeah. Hey, population of 40,000 people. All right, y'all can cut that thumbnail. Hey, but yeah, that's a fire thumbnail. Shout out to Officer Jair.
Officer who?
Officer Jair.
AB stepping that game up lately, man.
Yeah, AB have been stepping their game up, man. With some nice, thumbnail give you, some good visual or insight. Right. You know, with these thumbnails, it actually takes you there. You know?
Praises. Hey, it's funny because I was saying earlier in the thumbnail when they had the like little house with all the trash and stuff, that don't actually look like Pine Ridge. It looked like the Crow Reservation in Montana.
Oh,
it's
Bring it
crazy
out.
work.
Okay.
So I was gonna say the Pine Ridge is worse.
Right.
The Pine Ridge is the poorest in the states.
When we went to the Crow though, it was on fire.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was just a house burning, and we were like, "Why?
Right.
Why is this going on?"
It's just Tuesday.
Yeah, right now it was like, yeah.
And that's the thing about these reservations, because they pretty much all of them, are in the same condition.
Right.
Bring it out.
It's just this one. It's like the third largest reservation in the world.
Yeah, that's like if you go to the hood in Philly, it's
Bring it out.
the hood in Baltimore.
Oh,
It's also the hood in Detroit.
Yeah,
the
you're
hood
right.
is the hood no matter where you go.
You all right?
To this
You right
day.
about that. With that being said, y'all, let's get this first video, because they declared a state of emergency back in November of 2023. So let's check this video out.
Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. IUIC Denver in the
There's
classroom.
an emergency.
Make sure you donate to the Booster Club.
That's right.
I'm looking right here. Donate to the Booster Club. Help send the prophets all around the world so we can wake up the 12 tribes of Israel, y'all.
Right. Let's go. Pull it up.
On the Pine Ridge Reservation in southwest South Dakota, violent crimes are becoming all too common, and there are not enough officers to respond. KELOLAND's Lauren Solik and Dan Santella recently visited with the tribal president, the chief of police, and people on the reservation
So
to hear their
y'all can
pleas
see,
for it.
when they first declared that state of emergency, that they didn't have enough officers during that time, and the crime rate was actually going up. So what was that? The chief of the
So the leader, the tribal leader of the whole reservation, he put out a state of emergency saying they ain't got enough police. It's like 30 police to about 40,000 people on the res.
So this is what they addressed then. This was last year, as a matter of fact, back in November. So let's play that and see what's going on.
An emergency declaration.
Oglala Sioux Tribe President Frank Starr comes out, declared a state of emergency in November, saying in his proclamation that it was because of a, quote, breakdown of law and order. The tribe has an ongoing lawsuit against the U.S. government seeking what it describes as adequate law enforcement. Court documents in this case provide a snapshot of what law enforcement is up against.
So they filed a lawsuit against, what did they say, law enforcement? But you can see here the crimes that are going on. So this was that year. They had child abuse, 65 child abuse cases. They had 237 domestic violence cases. Well, not cases, I take that back. But these were just calls, right? And they had 96 calls that was related to guns. So play on.
Y'all all right?
Beginning of June until the end of August last summer, 65 calls for police assistance involved child abuse, 237 calls reported domestic violence, and 96 calls involved guns. Conversations with the president, chief of police, and tribal members all highlight the reality of what these communities face. The reservation is massive, larger than Rhode Island and Delaware combined, and the Oglala Sioux Tribe's Department of Public Safety
Y'all hear that?
only
That
has
reservation
33
is massive, larger than Rhode Island and Delaware combined.
Come on!
So this is an extremely large reservation with 30 to 35 police officers.
You got to cover that whole land. And when it said it was those calls, that's not the amount of crimes actually getting done. That's just the calls that went through.
Right. And that's what caused like a domino effect. Because if you don't have enough police officers to cover that area, that means more crimes going to happen. Because let me get a scripture, Ecclesiastes 8:11. Ecclesiastes 8:11.
Come on!
Because it's the same thing. God says the same thing. Read that, Ecclesiastes 8:11.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 11.
Let's go!
Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
There could be no sentences going out against evil works, the crimes that's been committed, because they ain't got no police to cover the ground.
Right.
Go ahead.
Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
So if there's no one there to stop the crime, that means all those people are going to keep on doing evil. So crimes are going to keep on going up because they ain't got no police. They ain't got people stopping the crime. So this is all plot. Them not giving the reservation what's the word? Adequate police officers. The crime's gonna keep on going up. So they're gonna keep it like that. So we live in this lower state. Like y'all said, the Pine Ridge is terrible.
Right. And America, they have the funding to give. I mean, they give billions of dollars to other countries.
Ukraine,
Bring it out. Right.
and Amalek.
Right.
That's who they giving the money to.
But yet they letting our brothers suffer, on those reservations that they put us on.
To this day.
Even when you think about it, they could fulfill all the treaties that they signed with the tribe of Gad. They could give Judah reparations. But instead, they going to make sure they brothers, they going to make sure Amalek is taken care of.
Right. Hey, let's continue. Let's play on.
Hey, officer, real quick, just to comment on them calls. It's well known amongst the residents of Pine Ridge that the ambulance and the police don't react to crimes. And if they do, the residents told us the ambulance, it'll take them hours to arrive. So when we look at those numbers for how many calls were made, that is like, compared to how many crimes was committed, it's minuscule because everybody knows the ambulance ain't coming for 2 hours. Yeah. So those are like the exceptions, the emergencies.
As we continue, with the information that we research, we're going to see that they actually prioritize the calls that come in. So, hey, let's play on with the video.
Y'all all right? Patrol officers to cover it all. Tribal President Frank Starr comes out, says the reality of life on the Pine Ridge Reservation dictated the need for the state of emergency.
Our situation was increasing as far as the crime, the violence, the drugs, the alcohol, everything's just snowballing into a bigger mess, and which forced me to call a state of emergency.
Starr Comes Out's declaration states that law and order have broken down because the United States government is not fulfilling its, quote, responsibilities to provide adequate law enforcement on the reservation.
Hold on.
Tribal officials say that...
Wait. That's the thing. When you go to the reservation or you hear Gad talk, especially about Pine Ridge or Rosebud, they say, you're not in America no more. We sovereign, meaning we run this around here. If that's the case, why do you need the white man to provide you police? Why do we look for the white man to police us? It's because we think the white man our daddy. That's basically how we seeing it. We seeing it as, white man, why won't you stop me from killing me?
Well, they're actually looking, for them to, fulfill the commitment that they made back in the 90s. So they had to have a certain amount of police force. They had to have a budget to actually make the judicial system run like it should run. But the government did not fulfill their part. But like you saying, that should let them know that they don't have, they're not a separate entity.
Right.
Basically.
You're the United States. You are a subsidiary of the United States. You basically are like, yo, take care of me.
Right. You're a denizen. What you call it?
A denizen. A denizen. Yeah. You're a denizen.
Let's play on.
Support they receive falls short.
The formula the government uses to fund tribes, or I should say large tribes, it just doesn't work for us.
We're not funded at the level that we should be.
By the federal government?
By the federal government.
The government only gives us 40% of the need. So, you look at that and the booming population and the high crime, we're set up for failure. And it not only affects us, but it affects our tribal courts, our corrections, our prosecution. We can't keep up with the crime rate.
The emergency declaration says Washington failing to advocate for money from Congress for tribal law enforcement is a factor in the reservation's high rates of alcoholism, suicide, murder, drug offenses, rape, and other crimes.
The state of emergency has been a long time coming.
The one thing about the state of emergency, at least you're bringing it to the forefront and saying, listen, this violence is not good. We need to address it.
Liz May, who owns and operates a grocery store in the town of Kyle, in addition to representing the area in South.
Like he was saying, what's his name, Frank? He was saying that they're set up for failure. So they only get 40% of the total budget that they should get, so that the judicial system could run as it should. So they set up for failure. So they're not getting the funding that they need from the government to operate.
The hell is this?
Therefore, crime is on the rise, and it has been on the rise for years. And you'll see that as we look at the stats. So let's play on.
Dakota's House of Representatives says there is not one single solution.
These aren't new challenges. These challenges have been ongoing for a long, long time. And so I don't think it's a one answer, it's not one thing. More law enforcement officers, yes, but is that going to fix it? No, that's not going to fix it, because there's a lot of underlying issues that need to be dealt with, whether it's infrastructure and the ability for people to have running water and sewer and electricity.
Tribal member Ken Hart says the emergency declaration.
She's saying just because the government, she understands, all right, the government ain't giving us any money in order for us to police the reservation, but there's still issues with plumbing, there's still issues with water, there's still issues with all these different infrastructural things that make it hard for the normal resident on the Pine Ridge Reservation
to live.
Right, so it's bigger than just we ain't got no police. It's all around they're living in hell.
Right, it's bigger than the 33 cops that they have, the 3 to 4 prosecutors that they have, and the 7 to 8 judges that they have to police a population of 40,000 people. So it's not only that, it's the infrastructure, meaning housing, water, electrical, and things like that. So
bring it out.
That's
right.
That's something they gotta fix.
And she says, there are a lot of underlying issues, and she mentioned infrastructure, but it even goes deeper than that. The underlying issues is that the white man has pushed our people to the least desired plots of land.
To this
what I mean? Which
Right.
are now called reservations, to where the people that are gonna live on them is set up for failure. It's not by things like not being by a water source, things being things like the soil not being as good as, the lands that Esau will inhabit. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of those underlying issues is the white man systematically placed our people in these hopeless situations to where the result is now what you see.
Right, and looking at this, you also can see that it's only one grocery store, Cow grocery store, and it's run by a white woman. Right. So, hey, let's play on.
Amazing.
Is a positive move.
This should have been done a long time ago. I know he did right, and I know it's good.
But he questions its significance.
That emergency means nothing. We're still going to have murders. We're still going to have domestic abuse. We're still going to have elderly abuse.
Algin Young, who serves as chief of police at the Oglala Sioux Tribe's Department of Public Safety, points out that trained uniformed officers are only one piece of the complicated puzzle that is the rule of law.
I would say not only that, but in order to make them successful, you have to have a functioning court. So right now we have maybe 3-4 prosecutors to handle the call volume that we have, and 7 or 8 judges.
This was our second report in an 8-piece series we've titled
You hear that?
Emergency.
You see, 3 to 4 prosecutors, 3 to 4 prosecutors, 7 to 8 judges, and roughly 33 police officers. All right, to handle a population for over 40,000 people.
Boy, ain't no way.
Hey, that's something else. Let's get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Let's bring that out, because this is a prime example of how we are serving our enemies. Let's read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48.
Come on!
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
We shall serve our enemies. Hey, Tribe of Gad, you gotta realize we are serving our enemies. Read on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
The Lord sent them against us. Why? Because we failed to keep his commandments. We still continue to fail to keep his commandments, still today. And we are going through the curses that the Lord put upon us. Read on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
Now, if we want food, we got to go to them to get food. We got to go to the white man to get food. Read.
And in thirst.
If we want water, like they mentioned, the infrastructure, right? The water. We got to go to them to get water. Read.
Come on.
And in nakedness.
Clothing. We have to go to them to get clothing. Read.
And in want of all things.
And in want of all things. Anything we want, we got to try to go to Congress, right? To try to get them to help better a situation that they put us in. Right? Like they're going to get us out the situation that they put us in. They created a system, right, that was made for us to fail. That was made for us not to succeed. That was made for us not to prosper. Right? That was made for us to be put against each other. Now you can see that the crime rate is at its all-time high, and it is accelerating, right? It's on the rise. But read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he put this yoke of iron upon our neck.
Bring it out.
In the 1400s.
Bring it out.
You so-called Native Americans, when they came, when the conquistadors, they came over here, right, and started slaughtering our people, killing our people, saying, save the Indian, kill the Indian, and save the man. Putting us in boarding schools, right? And over time, what happened? They was able to brainwash us so much that we still think that they're going to save us. After all these years, right, of being in a state of emergency since the 90s, we still think that they're going to get us out the condition that we in.
Hey, Captain Zakar said something heavy yesterday. He said, we call ourselves Native Americans.
Come on!
That's calling yourself a native white man. Our brain is so destroyed.
Right.
We think we white, so we think they gonna take care of us.
Right. And you gotta understand where he coming from with that. Native American, because the name America was derived from
a white man.
Amerigo Vespucci, right? Which was a what? Italian navigator. Right? So now you're saying you're a native to this white man.
Ooh.
Damn.
Right?
Basically, it's like you just put on brown face, like Bishop Yawasai was bringing out. These ain't they white minds and black bodies.
Right.
Coconuts.
Right. Exactly.
So that native is deep down, but it can't even come out.
It's a sunken place.
Exactly.
Sunken place.
Yeah, our
Right.
people in the sunken place. That's heavy.
Right. And that's heavy. Let's finish that.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
Now, the tribe of Gad, you got to understand that you are completely destroyed. You still got hope in a system. You got hope in a man, right, that colonized and enslaved you. You got hope in this man, and he's not going to save us.
Bring it out.
He is not going to get us out the condition that he put us in.
And officers, they still doing the same thing. It's the same move. I'm going to say I'm going to do something. I'm going to write it in the treaty, but I'm not going to do it. They said that it was a promise for them to have so many police officers and stuff like that, and they're saying, well, they haven't done it. When have they ever followed anything they said they was finna do? They broke every single treaty to this day. No matter what they say to you, they don't really mean it. They don't have our best interests in mind, and they never will. So us going to them for help is pointless. It's insanity. That's what it is.
So let's go to the stats. Let's get the statistics.
Mind if I pull the scripture real quick?
Yeah, go ahead and pull the scripture.
Go to 2 Maccabees chapter 4 and 13. Because what you're saying made me think about this scripture and just how our people, how we deal with the white man. Our relationship with Esau is crazy. Because we'll see him do evil to us 24 hours out of the day, and we still wake up the next day like, I hope this white guy will be nice to me.
And then when he doesn't come through for us, we're in shock.
Yeah, we're like confused, like, why would you do that?
We're in shock.
Because I'm a snake.
Right. I'm gonna try again.
Right.
Maybe if I go this route,
right.
Then he'll come through.
If I
for
get
me.
a degree, he'll be nice to me.
Right.
Yeah, read that.
2 Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 13.
Come on!
Now such was the height of Greek fashions.
Greek fashions is anything involving the white man. It's white supremacy. When you read Greek fashions, think white supremacy. Go ahead.
And increase of heathenish manners.
So they're going into the histories. This was in the Maccabees, where we would go and we would do everything that the Greeks were doing. Go ahead.
Through the exceeding profaneness of Jason, that ungodly wretch, and no high priest.
Go ahead.
That the priest had no courage to serve anymore at the altar, but despising the temple and neglecting the sacrifices, hastened to be partakers of the unlawful allowance in the place of exercise after the game of discus called them forth.
Because this is us going away from what we should be doing, going away from the Bible. Because you so-called Native Americans, you Lakota, you Oglala Sioux, you are the Israelites from the tribe of Gad.
Right.
Instead of coming back to the Bible, we think going after the ways of the white man, going into his churches, going into his politics is going to save us and get us out of this. No, read.
Right. Not setting by the honors of their fathers.
Because our fathers were keeping the commandments. On this side of the world, Gad was the priest. They were making sure the tribes were keeping the laws of God. Read.
Not setting by the honors of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians best of all.
Liking the glory of the white man, wanting the white man to lift us up, wanting the white man to give us money and hold by some treaties that he ain't held by for 300 years. Read.
By reason whereof sore calamity came upon them.
And that's what you see on the Pine Ridge Reservation, sore calamity. That's what we have where we ain't got no water, where we got alcoholism, drug addiction, where there ain't rape, ain't no police.
Murder.
Robberies.
Robberies.
This is calamity. Go ahead.
For they had them to be their enemies.
The white, just like Officer Don brought out, the white man is your enemy. The United States government, Donald Trump, Amalek, those are your enemies. They're not your friends. But we think that they're what, Reed?
For they had them to be their enemies and avengers.
And avengers. We think they're going to come and save us. This white man is not finna come save you. There's no white man that finna come out the sky on no white horse to come save you off the reservation. It's not real.
Right. Hey, and saying that, we're going to get the statistics. Let's pull up these statistics. And we're going to go down to the Pine Ridge crime breakdown. So let's read that. So
y'all all right?
Yeah, start at the tables.
Okay. Pine Ridge crime breakdown. Violent crime rates. Assault, 28.25.
So the assault, now, no, read the table so they can understand. Stroll back up. The tables below. Read that.
The tables below show which crimes are used to calculate the crime grades above. All crime rates are shown as the number of crimes per 1,000 Pine Ridge residents in a standard year.
So is the number of crimes per 1,000 residents.
Bring it out.
So this how this is going to be calculated. So now let's look at the chart. Let's read the chart.
Assault, 28.25.
So when you're looking at the assault, it's at 28.25, which equals to 1,138 assaults within that year. Read on. What's the next one?
Robbery, 0.2240.
So robberies, they had actually 8.96, roughly 9 robberies within a year. And this is out of 40,000 people, this percentage. Now, look at rape.
Rape, 1.156.
So that calculates to 46.24 rape cases in that year. 46 rape cases in that year.
And that's just what's reported.
Right. So yeah, now look at murder.
Murder, 0.0927.
So that equals out to 3.8, roughly 4 murders that year. Now stroll down. And we're gonna look at kidnapping. Oh no, you don't gotta stroll down. Go back. Look over kidnappings. And you can see theft, vehicle theft, burglary, arson, but look at kidnapping. We're gonna go into the deep ones.
Kidnapping, 0.3612.
That equals to 14.448, so roughly 14.5 kidnapping cases within that year. So we had 14 people kidnapped that year. Look at drug crimes.
Drug crimes, 5.925.
So that equals out to 237 drug crimes committed within a year. So y'all gotta understand, this chart is crazy. I mean, the crime rate is extremely high. All right, there's a lot of crime to take place in 1 year.
Y'all all right?
Right, with a population of roughly 40,000 people. That's a lot of crime.
And you know it's crazy? Those numbers don't account for all the people that just go missing.
Right.
And if you only got 30 police officers, there's not like there's a task force that's like specifically assigned to see where these missing people are. But you do have ICE.
Right.
Bring it out.
Hey, let's pull that next video.
Yeah,
unless you got some.
Yeah, as we get in those videos, it's even worse is like this is not talked about, like at all. Before I came to this truth, I didn't know what a Pine Ridge was. I didn't know anything. I couldn't name you not one reservation. This stuff is not being publicized anywhere. It's like nobody cares about our people. Nobody cares about the people who originally inhabited this land, right? It's just sad to see, because if you don't have your eyes open and really care about your people, you would never know what's really going on.
Before I came into the truth, America will really have you thinking that all the Native Americans were wiped out, that they're extinct.
Right.
Come on.
That's true.
Right. You know, the only thing I knew about them was from the cowboy and Indian shows. Right. You know,
So you was the cowboy or the Indian?
Huh?
You was the cowboy or the Indian?
Hey, what was that show called? Lone Rangers. The Lone Rangers.
It was Tonto?
Hey, my grandma used to watch the Lone Rangers. I had to sit down and watch it with her.
You ain't answering my question.
You can't win either way with that answer.
Hey, you know what's crazy? They have brothers playing cowboys and Indians being the cowboy when really they the Indian.
Y'all all right?
Message.
Hey, all right, let's pull up that next video, y'all.
Make sure you. Oh, go ahead. Do it. Do the thing. Full screen.
The Pine Ridge Reservation in southwestern South Dakota is massive. At more than 3,400 square miles, it's one of the largest reservations in the U.S.
You hear that?
Add in a limited
3,400 square miles. It's one of the largest reservations in the U.S. Now, we're going to pay attention to what's going on and what they're saying here. Play on.
number of officers and a rising number of 911 calls, and you get an impossible situation.
Our contract has never been negotiated. We have sat with the same numbers since the 90s.
So you didn't see that?
The base increase.
They have sat with the same numbers since the 90s. Now, what is this saying? Roughly 30 to 35 police officers, roughly 3 to 4 prosecutors, roughly 7 to 8 judges since the 90s. Play on.
Other than the base increases, and the government only gives us 40% of the need. So, you know,
and 40% of the budget, that's the only thing they get, 40% of it. So they don't even get half of it. Play on.
You look at that and the booming population and the high crime, we're set up for failure.
There's a lot of police officers who live here in Martin because they can't find someplace, you know, closer to where they work.
Now
so
look
they
at
drive
this.
45.
Look at what she's saying. She's saying they have to come to work, and look how she's explaining what they do. So play on. Rewind it just a tab. All right, play.
Closer to where they work. So they drive 45 miles every day to Pine Ridge and then drive their 300 to 600 miles per shift.
Can you imagine that?
Patrolling.
So they drive, what, roughly, what'd she say, 45 miles to work, and then turn around and drive 300 to 600 miles. I guess the area that they coverage. 300 to 600 miles is like how many hours drive?
3 to 6. I don't know. I'm bad at math. I'm Judah. It's a lot though, because you can imagine though. Say you got a call in 20 miles away, and then you're roaming all that time. In between the time it takes you to get from one call to another, there's more crime popping off.
Right.
Can you imagine a level of despair that like instills into people on the reservation? Because they know if I call, ain't nobody really finna come help me.
Right. Right. If they do, it could take an hour, 2 hours for them to even show up.
Right. If they show up.
Right. So play on, y'all.
And then drive home.
What do we do? What do we do when those emergencies pop up? Gunshots go off, car wrecks, things like that. So it is it's challenging.
The officers.
So you see that? He said, "What do we do when those emergencies pop up?" Because 300 to 600 miles, I see somebody in the group said that's 5 to 6 hours.
Damn. Y'all all right?
That's
your shift.
Right. He's saying, what do we do? If we 5 hours away, we got to turn around and try to drive 5 hours. I'm thinking roughly hours. It could take 5 hours to show up.
And in between, like when you get on the reservation, in between, like, I guess a city, there's like a lot of space. There's a lot of nothingness in between there. So if something happened at your house and you not near any like local point, you can almost be like, ain't nobody coming to get me.
Right.
And we think about it just crime, but this is just regular things like a car accident. You know what I'm saying?
Heart attack,
stroke. You know what I mean? Things that's like, you got to get there quick.
Right.
And you just don't got the resources to help. Like, that's just sad. That's stressful.
Can you imagine, like, having a baby? You did like, I got to get to a hospital.
I don't even think they have a hospital in Pine Ridge, do they?
Let's look it up.
Yeah,
Hey,
look that up.
Look and see how many hospitals are in Pine Ridge real quick.
But let's finish this video off while y'all looking that up. Just play that. Oh,
play the video.
Calls,
yeah.
You know, and they're taking the calls as they come in, and they have to make a judgment call to say, you know, this call takes priority over this call. But it
you
does
see,
put
they have to prioritize the calls. You know, I mean, all those calls that comes in, they have to with only roughly 30 to 33 police officers. They and all those you got to think about this now. All 30 police officers are not on duty at the same time.
Right. You can only have, like, you need a day off.
Exactly.
I ain't working 7 days a week.
Exactly. So
Well, ain't no way.
That you know, that's why you got to look at them numbers, because they'll put numbers in, you know, and you'll have the illusion of, no, that ain't
30.
bad. That's 30. But no.
You could think about it like for like a city like Aurora, right? Aurora, if a crime happens and you call the police, it's not guaranteed that somebody finna come help. But in a situation with Aurora, there's like still things around, there's still things happening. There's enough police officers. On the Pine Ridge Reservation, that, like you said, you might have maybe 8 officers working that day, and not all at the same time.
Right.
2 people in the morning, like, just the way that like fizzles out is crazy.
I know, that's crazy, because, I mean, we got to remember what she said earlier. It covers roughly 3,400 square miles, you know, with what, I mean, it could be possibly, you know, out of 30, you know, it could be 7, you know, in this jurisdiction, maybe another 7 in that jurisdiction, but
covering a couple cities within that area.
Yeah. So, hey, let's
how many hospitals was it?
So it's one main hospital. It looks like they got like 2 clinics.
They got 1 hospital for the whole Pine Ridge Reservation,
And then two health centers, 2 like clinics.
That's evil.
1 hospital and 2 clinics.
That's evil.
That's horrible.
You mind if I pull the scripture?
Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah 1. Go to Isaiah 1 and 3.
Come on!
Because just to think about that, we look at our people and we know spiritually we sick. But with a situation like this, physically our health is deteriorating, and there's no way we can get any healing because we can't even go to a hospital. If you far from a hospital, most of these people ain't got no car, they poor. Go ahead, read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Let's go.
The ox knoweth his owner.
So an ox, a dumb animal, knows his master. Go ahead.
And the ass his master's crib.
A donkey know where he come from. Read.
But Israel doth not know.
The children of Israel are you so-called Native Americans. You are the Israelites. But because we think we are Oglala Sioux, we think we Lakota, we think we all these different things, not knowing that we are the children of Israel. Go ahead.
My people doth not consider.
And we don't even think about it. And because we don't think about it, we don't think what we have to do to get out of this situation. Jump to verse 6.
Verse 6. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it.
Meaning we haven't been healed. We can't even get spiritual healing. We're sick as a people. Read.
But wounds and bruises and putrefying sores.
That's our sin. That's the sin we're in. That's like how you were talking about the rape cases, the murders, the drug addictions, all the things that are plaguing the Pine Ridge Reservation. Go ahead.
They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
There's nobody on the reservation, because when you go to the reservation, you'll see tons of billboards with Caesar Borgia on it.
Right.
Ain't got no hospitals, ain't got no police, but they got churches out there. They got plenty of churches, and none of them are showing the sins our people are in and what we need to do to get out of them.
And that shows you that one of their main goals is indoctrination.
Right, to keep us spiritually sick.
Keep us spiritually sick.
Hey, officer, they got churches, liquor stores,
and
dialysis centers.
Damn.
That's what they do provide.
What's a dialysis center?
to keep your kidneys
when
functioning.
they get diabetes.
The hell is this?
They, they feed them with the gas stations. Ain't no real grocery stores, so it's like you leading them to have diabetes, to have high blood pressure. So they have to go to dialysis centers to treat their diabetes. I believe. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong.
It's kidneys that dialysis, right? It's like a kidneys.
Right.
It keeps your kidneys filtering blood. So basically, if they got that center along with a liquor store, then they want to keep you living as long as they can to drain much money out of you as they can.
Right.
Until you die. Evil.
Because they know a large percent of the population is going to need that center to treat the sickness that they've developed living there.
And it's not even really a treatment. It's a small band-aid. That's like it said. But wounds and bruises and putrefying sores, and they've not been closed or bound up. Meaning no real healing is actually coming, even in a physical sense. Read verse 7 real quick.
Verse 7. Your country is desolate.
And that's what the Pine Ridge Reservation is. It's desolate. It's a waste. Read.
Your cities are burned with fire.
That's what happened when the white man came through. He burned everything we had and then forced us off to this land that is nothing. Read.
Your land. Strangers devour it in your presence.
That goes into what you said, Officer Jonah, about how they put these liquor stores and they put these fast food states, not even fast food, just convenience stores. Food deserts. They do that just to drain us, but not give us any real nutrients. They suck the lifeblood out of us. Go ahead.
And it is desolate, as overthrown by strangers.
That's the Pine Ridge Reservation right there.
That's right.
That's
hey,
a
let's
cold
continue. Let's play on. Let's
precept.
get that video.
On the response times for sure, and our folks are overworked, and they're professionals, and they show up day in, day out to do the job. That's a thankless job.
Myself and Dan Santella spent some time on
the polices are overworked. They don't have enough staff, right? They covering large territory. They have to prioritize calls, right? And it's like he was saying, it's pretty much impossible. How could it work if you're 5 to 6 miles away and you got a call? It's just the area that you're covering is just extremely large, and you don't have enough manpower. So let's get the testimony of one of the police chief. One of the police chief wrote a testimony to Congress in 2023. Let's read his testimony.
Bring it out. I want to see this.
Hey, blow that up.
Yeah, I got bad eyes.
All right, let's read that.
All right. Okay, here we go. Oglala Sioux Tribe, Department of Public Safety. Testimony of Algin Young, Chief of Police for the Oglala Sioux Tribe, March 2023.
So he wrote this in March of 2023, Reed.
Chairperson and members of the subcommittee. My name is Algin Young, and I'm the Chief of Police of the Oglala Sioux. I have over 22 years of professional law enforcement experience. I'm a graduate of the Federal Police Academy, and I previously served as a National Associate Director of Field of Operations of the BIA's, or Office of Justice Services. I am also a former Marine.
So he put that in there like, that's supposed to give you a boost, and the help you want.
And BIA is Bureau of Indian Affairs.
Okay.
So that's who's running this. To put my statement into context, the Pine Ridge Reservation is the third largest reservation in the United States outside of Oklahoma, just under the size of the state of Connecticut. As of February 14, 2023, the tribe has enrolled membership of 51,460.
So that's the tribe membership, right? That's 51,460 of the tribe membership. Read on.
On reservation law enforcement service population of more than 40,000 and 52 separate residential communities.
So now you have more than 40,000 on reservation population that the law enforcement service. Now, all of those 40,000 are not tribal members. Right? Or they are not, they don't even belong to the tribe. So they could be white people or whatever. So read on.
We are here today to implore this subcommittee to help us as soon as possible because our reservation has seen an influx of guns, illegal drugs, including fentanyl, methamphetamine, and heroin, and violent crime that can only be described as shocking and extremely dangerous. The numbers I will be providing you with are all from FY 2022. All have been verified and well documented at DOJ. I can assure you, however, that things are the same and in many cases worse right now in FY 2023.
So he's showing you, the statistics from 2023. And basically he's saying they're still the same or they are increasing. So read on. Let's see what he's had to say about the crime statistics of 2022.
Let's go.
Last year, we confiscated approximately 150 guns on the Pine Ridge Reservation, Indian Reservation. Many on school property, that is just guns. We have also confiscated machetes and other weapons. This school year, for example, we have already had 2 juveniles brandishing machetes, not toys, real machetes, and threatening to cut anyone who went near them. Both were later found to be under the influence of illegal drugs.
So you got these kids getting high on drugs and bringing machetes to school.
Yikes.
I mean, we usually don't hear of machetes unless we see that on TV in Africa.
Right. And Levi be having machetes too.
Oh yeah.
Levi be going ham with the machetes.
Yeah, I forgot about Levi and Haiti. They be having
They
machetes.
be having the machetes.
I mean, I never heard of machetes on reservations.
Hey, but you know what's crazy, officer? Just like we talk, because we got to draw the correlation between, because a lot of Judah think they different than Northern Kingdom.
Let's go.
But if you look at the hood, you'll have an influx of guns just like on the reservation. Where them guns come from?
That's you know where they coming from.
I know. Where the guns? They come from the white man.
Exactly.
Because ain't no guns made on the Pine Ridge Reservation.
Right.
Ain't no methamphetamine. Well, it might be. But all them drugs are coming from outside of the reservation being shipped in to poison our people.
Right. Guns, machetes, definitely. And, read on.
Both were later found to be under the influence of illegal drugs. One was later discovered to have a loaded handgun as well. This was at our tribally operated Porcupine Day School when other students were walking in the halls to go to class.
So this was at a school where kids reside. Play on.
As the attached chart shows you, in FY 2022, Pine Ridge had 131,181 E911 and telephone calls to our dispatch center requesting service. Among these were 885 assault calls, 188 breaking and entering calls.
How many assault calls?
885 assault calls.
885 assault calls. Read on.
188 breaking and entering calls.
188 breaking and entering calls.
343 child abuse cases.
343 child abuse cases. That's crazy. Child abuse.
Y'all all right?
Read.
1,441 domestic violence calls.
1,000 what?
1,441 domestic violence calls.
1,041 domestic violence calls. That is a lot of domestic violence calls. Read on.
621 gun-related instances.
621 gun-related instances, read.
And 484 narcotic drug calls.
And how many? 484
Yes,
drug calls. Read on.
We also had 595 missing persons reported. If the subcommittee would like more specific numbers on the call volume for homicides, sexual assault, thefts, robberies, and other felonies, I would be happy to provide that. Our tribal police department faced all of these calls with only 33 patrol officers and somewhere between 5 to 7 officers per shift.
There we go. 5 to 7 officers per shift had to respond to all of those calls.
Go back up real quick. 131,000.
181 911 calls that 5 to 7 police officers had to respond to.
That's insane.
That's impossible.
Yeah, that's in 2022. 33 people can't handle 131 calls. 1,000 calls.
Right.
Math.
Well, 5 to 7 on a shift.
Right, 131,000. That's in total.
Right. I got you.
So if you break that down, even five
if
people
you divide that by 5. What is that?
I don't know.
That's
I'm Judah.
still.
I'm bad at math.
I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of calls.
And you gotta think about it. Like, it's not with how much work they gotta do. Just imagine. You know how we tired. Like, nah, I'm calling off today. Like, I can't do it. Just imagine how they feel. This is probably certain days out of the year. It's like one person on shift, nobody on shift, because that's just too much stuff to do. That's too much stress. You're burned out doing all that.
It's nearly 4,000 calls per person.
Right. If you do the math, it's 4,000, nearly 4,000 calls per person.
The hell is this?
Per person on shift. That's crazy. All right, let's read on.
Where we at? Here we go. That is 5 to 7 officers in 52 communities. Again, in an area just under the size of the state of Connecticut.
Hey, real quick. That one, what was it? 131,000, right? That was in 1 year, right?
Yeah.
So that's 359 calls per day.
Damn.
Of all of those various violent and crimes. So 5 to 7 officers are handling upwards of 359 calls per day.
And even if you break it down, because it's like 4 shifts, right? If you work in an 8-hour shift, I don't know how.
They actually work 12-hour shifts. They work 12-hour shifts, 10 to 12-hour shifts. I think as we continue on, it's going to tell you they work, I think, either 10 to 12-hour shifts.
That's still like 160 calls per shift.
Yeah. So, and roughly 4,000 calls per year per officer.
Yeah. Unfortunately, both the FBI and DEA are over 90 miles away in Rapid City. Thus, it takes them well over 1.5 hours to get to Pine Ridge. Instead, when a 911 call comes into our tribal dispatch center, it is our 5 to 7 tribal police officers per shift who have to respond to stop the violence, secure the crime scene, and locate and interview any witnesses on site. There is no one else. South Dakota is a non-public law 280 state, which means that the state and county officers do not respond to crimes unless it is a non-Indian or non-Indian accident or incident.
Non-Indian or non-Indian incident. So basically, you on your own.
Come on, man.
You on your own. We're not responding to nothing that is so-called Indian related. That's crazy. And it's state law for them not to respond. So you got to look at these 5 to 7 officers. They not only take the calls, but then they have to do what? Secure the crime scene. They have to locate and interview any witnesses on site, and with no help.
Come on now, dog.
Let's keep on reading.
Because there are emergency calls, our dispatchers do not spend time asking the caller if they or the victim or a tribal member related to a tribal member, living with a tribal member, a member of another federally recognized tribe, a non-Indian resident of the reservation, a person working for the tribe, or a person who is delivering goods or services on the reservation. We leave the issue of criminal jurisdiction up to the courts.
So they have to leave it up to the courts. They still don't get help. But after they get arrested or whatever, they leave it up to the courts to decide whether this person is Indian or non-Indian, so-called Indian. Read on.
What the hell is this?
My officers are exhausted, all working over 80 hours of overtime per pay period. 12 hours on and 12 hours off every day alone.
So 12-hour shifts plus over 80 hours overtime. That is crazy. Read on.
Officers are driving at maximum speed between calls. Oh, no, go back. This is true even in cases involving a gun or other dangerous weapons, which, as you can see, we have a lot of. Officers are driving at maximum speed between calls. What most of you are aware of are Pine Ridge's largely unpaved roads. Even then, most of our officers are forced to engage in a practice that we call stacking, backing up calls received and answering the highest priority calls first. Highest priority calls are usually ongoing events. They are forced to do this stacking even in those cases where the other E911 callers are reporting felonies.
So they basically are stacking up these high priority calls. They stack up on each other. They don't get to respond right then. So they just stack up and continue to stack up even the 911 calls that are reporting felonies or high crimes. Read on.
Because of our shortfall in police officers, crimes are not being fully investigated. Evidence is lost due to slow response times, and some prosecutions are not pursued at all because of those two things. Our officers sometimes do not even have the time to write a police report before being called away to another equally dangerous crime.
Wow. Now this is the testimony of the chief of police who was then chief of police in 2023.
Bring it
This
out.
is crazy. Let's get the...
Do you mind if we read this last sentence?
Go ahead and read on, yeah.
They are stressed to the point that their health and personal lives are impacted. Man, because think about it. You dealing with some evil stuff. You seeing this evil stuff happening in front of you. In your mind, you're like, man, I don't know how to compress or deal with this. So you do that for 12 hours. Then you got to drive back home. So that might be an hour. You get home. You don't even have time to just sleep. You let alone deal with your wife, deal with your kids, put things in order, compartmentalize all the trauma you just had to deal with that day.
That's crazy. And then go ahead.
Yeah, to that point, when imagine you getting a call, right? Say you go into like a shootout. Yo, you don't have enough resources to have a backup. You know what I mean? Like you walk into a whole shootout by yourself because there's no police officers. The closest police officer is 2 hours away from you. Like that's scary. That's that fear that they have every day going to work. I might die today because there's no one watching my back.
And y'all correct me if I'm wrong. When an officer discharges their weapon or they're in a high stress situation like that, don't they gotta like take time and go see like a psych evaluation thing?
Bring it out.
So they probably ain't even got time for that or anybody to help them with that.
I mean, they don't even have time to write a full police report before having to go on another dangerous call.
The hell is this?
And they're not crying out to the Lord. Who they crying out to? Get Lamentation 4 and 17.
Come
on. Let's read that, man. This is insane. We are highlighting what's going on the Pine Ridge Reservation.
Come on.
We're highlighting that they have insufficient funds. They have insufficient police presence. You know, they have insufficient jails, insufficient prosecutors.
Bring it out.
Their whole system to govern the Pine Ridge is insufficient.
To this day.
But instead of gathering together, this is what they're doing. Read that.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 17.
Let's go.
As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Their eyes as yet fail them. Right? They're still being let down, right? From a government, from a system that I don't know why they still believe in, right? They still being let down from that system because they're going, right, to a person that's not going to help them. They're going to continue to deceive them.
Hey, officer, that vain help is having the same police presence and issues since the 90s.
Since the 90s.
Vain is nothing come out of it.
And that tells you how mentally destroyed we are.
Right.
Because, I mean, from the 90s to now, is how many years is that?
30.
It's 30 years.
30 years.
To this day.
And we still
to this day.
don't get the picture.
Yeah.
To this day.
We still don't get it.
That's like that old adage, no, it don't matter if it's Democrats, Republicans, Obama, Bush, Trump. It don't matter. The hood's still scary. The hood has looked the same for the past 40 years. That's the same thing with Pine Ridge. Pine Ridge has been the same for 40 years.
Hey, we blind. Read on.
As for us, our eyes as yet fail failed for our vain help.
Vain help, like Officer Jonah, like you said. I mean, since the 90s, we in the same situation. Read on.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
So we watch, right? We beg, right? We write letters.
Come on.
We reach out. We go on news stations, right? But we have watched. We have waited. You so-called Native American gad, you have watched. You have waited for a nation that is not going to help you. That is not going to save you.
Yeah. Oh, dang. Because if you even think about it, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Doge, their whole thing right now is cut spending, cut federal spending. So if they're trying to plead to the House of Representatives and plead to the Senate and stuff, Donald Trump ain't finna give them no money.
Right.
He not finna give them a darn thing. I said darn.
Right.
Y'all all right?
Hey, that's crazy. Let's now let's go to the next. No, let's go to the congressman. You know, so after writing this letter to Congress, right, here's what Congress had to say about it.
Bring it out.
Let's blow that up now.
Yeah, I got
now
that.
This is 2023 as well. Now we're in December, right?
Congress of the United States, House of Representatives, December 4th, 2023. Chairman Simpson and Ranking Member Pingree, I write to bring your attention to a grave matter impacting South Dakota's Indian country. As I speak with leaders from South Dakota's 9 tribes, it is clear the number one concern facing Indian reservations is the dismissal state of law enforcement. On July 2nd, Crow Creek Sioux Tribe Chairman Peter Linkeek declared a public safety state of emergency for the Bureau of Indian Affairs' failure to provide adequate personnel and resources leading to increased crime rates. Oglala Sioux Tribe President Frank Starr comes out, declared a state of emergency for the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation on November 18th, stating that murder and aggravated assault are more than twice the national average, while rape is more than 4 times the national average. Tribal communities are desperate for relief. Officers on reservations are overworked and underpaid. Oglala Sioux Tribe's Chief of Police, Algin Young, testified in front of the subcommittee in March. He explained how this mere 33 officers are forced to work 80 hours of overtime each month and responding to violent crimes in a service area nearly as large as Connecticut.
So yeah, you can see that Congress, I guess they wrote a letter to the House of Representatives stating the current state of the Pine Ridge and how they lack the adequate personnel to govern Pine Ridge. Is there more? Read on.
Tribal communities are desperate for relief. Officers on reservations are overworked and underpaid. Oglala Sioux Tribe's Chief of Police, Algin Young, testified in front of the subcommittee in March. He explained how his mere 33 officers are forced to work 80 hours of overtime each month, responding to violent crimes in a service area nearly as large as Connecticut. Tribal citizens are fed up and worried about the increasing levels of violent crime. I respectfully request the subcommittee hold field hearings on the lack of law enforcement on Indian reservations to hear from the tribal leaders in the Great Plains about this dire emergency. I look forward to working with you to ensure federal government honors the commitment we made and works to meet the law enforcement needs of Indian country. Please reach out to my office with any questions.
So
Dusty Johnson.
So that sound like a person who Dusty Johnson sound like a person who's involved in keeping the Pine Ridge Reservation in the state that it's in.
Basically, it's like, all right, man, I hear what you're saying. I got you. We'll help.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, we'll help. I got you.
And even, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Now, so you see this letter, you know, Congress now acknowledges what's going on the Pine Ridge, you know. So we're gonna see what happens after this, and I think they wrote this to the House of Representatives.
Yeah, go
Just
ahead.
the fact that we said we gonna see. We know it a big nothing burger.
Hey, God told you it's vain.
Bring it out.
It's vain. And even in the language that they use, they stated that the biggest problem is I think they said dismissal of, I'm butchering it, but they said dismissal of police presence, basically.
Yes.
In that letter.
Inadequate
Right.
police personnel or inadequate. Yeah.
Right, which when the white man appears to help our people, it never addresses the root of the issue.
Come on.
The biggest problem is not, damn, they need martial law at the reservation. They need more police presence.
Come on.
No, it's the position we've been put in, and it's our people willingly staying in sin.
Thank you.
That's the problem. We are not being taught who we are, and we're not being taught the laws of God is there to save us out of this condition. That's never said.
What, you gonna pull the scripture?
Come on, Hosea 4.
You know what I want. Come on. Come on.
You want it?
Yes, let's get it. Because you hit the nail on the head. That's the problem.
Right.
The problem is sin.
Right.
When you read that letter, they're acknowledging more murder, aggravated assault, and rape. Who's doing those things?
Right, right.
And why the churches? Why the tribal leadership?
Right.
Why is nobody addressing the root cause?
Right.
Read that.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 1.
Let's go.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
Again, Lakota Sioux, Oglala, all the tribes that are in South Dakota, that are in Pine Ridge, that are on Rosebud.
Right.
God is talking to you. Read.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
God got a problem with the way we live in.
Right.
With the fact that we think that he white. With the fact that we go to these Catholic churches that kidnapped us.
Right.
God got a problem with us. Read.
Because there is no truth.
There's no truth. We don't know who we are.
Right. Come on.
By us calling ourselves Lakota and Oglala Sioux, that's not the truth. That's what the white man gave us. Read.
Nor mercy.
Nor mercy. The mercy in and of itself is that we killing each other.
Yep.
The mercy in and of itself is that we assaulting and we robbing each other. Read.
Nor knowledge of God in the land.
And they don't know God on the Pine Ridge Reservation. Because every 15 miles you'll see a billboard of Caesar Borgia.
Right, and that's who they know as God.
Exactly. That ain't knowledge. That ain't truth.
Right. God ain't two-spirited.
Right.
God ain't birdie this and mountain this and
Father
rock
Sky,
this.
Right.
Mother Earth.
That ain't God. Come on.
Read.
By swearing.
By swearing, go ahead.
And lying.
And lying, go
And
ahead.
killing.
And killing. Murder.
Homicide.
Homicides is third in the country. It's double the national rate. Read.
And stealing.
And stealing. We see robberies, burglaries, kidnappings, breaking in. Go ahead.
And committing adultery.
That rape falls under adultery. That falls under murder. All there's single family households on the reservation. Where are the fathers? Where are the men? Go ahead.
They break out. And blood toucheth blood.
But we kill each other to the point that there's only 33 police officers on the land, and we begging the white man to come to us. But it's not the white man you need to be begging and running to. Right. It's God.
That's right.
You have to come back to God, the tribe of Gad, you so-called Native Americans.
Right. You're right. Now that was a good point, officer. What you brought out. We gotta come. We can't believe in these people.
In Congress and Donald Trump.
Right. Right. So now we're going to pull up a letter from a police chief. This was written in 2024. Now, remember, the letter from the previous police chief was written in 2023. Also, Congress addressed the letter. Addressed the situation that was going on in the Pine Ridge in 2023. But now let's see what's happened a year later.
That was at the
Y'all
end
all
of
right?
2023. They said,
okay.
all right, we see what's going on.
Okay,
right?
okay. Yeah, that was the end.
That's what the Congress said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But now it's 2024.
All right. Y'all ready?
That's 5 months later.
Yeah, right.
So read that.
So this is, okay. Oglala Sioux Tribe Department of Public Safety, Office of the Chief of Police. May 7th, 2024. testimony of John Pettigrew before the House Committee on Appropriations Subcommittee on Interior, Environment, and Related Agencies. Good afternoon. My name is John Pettigrew, and I'm the Acting Chief of Police for the Oglala Sioux Tribe, Department of Public Safety. I have over 20 years of professional law enforcement experience, and I'm a graduate of the Federal Police Academy. Thank you for inviting me to testify. To put my statement into context, the Pine Ridge Reservation is the third largest reservation in the United States outside of Oklahoma, and is just under the size of the state of Connecticut. As of February 14, 2023, the tribe has enrolled membership of 51,460, and on-reservation law enforcement service population of more than 40,000 and 52 separate residential communities.
So this is now the new police chief. Now let's read the crisis.
Public safety crisis. Last year, my predecessor, Algin Young, testified about our extreme officer shortage and the devastating increase in guns and drugs on our Pine Ridge Reservation. I'm here today to tell you that things have only gotten worse. For example, in F year 2021, we had around 138,000 calls for police services and 33 officers.
Now remember in 2000, just play on.
That was around 5 to 7 officers per shift, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, because we have exclusive federal tribal criminal jurisdiction over the Pine Ridge Reservation. For FY 2023, we had over 165,799 calls.
Now you see that extreme jump?
Yeah.
It's now 165,799 calls. So that's an extreme jump. Even from last year, I think we seen from the previous police chief, I think it was 131,181.
Right.
But this is a huge jump or increase in police calls overall. But read on.
For police service, and we had only 30 patrol officers. Along with other crimes, these calls reported 11,033 assaults. 1,133 assaults.
1,133 assaults, which that previous year they had 885. And plus they had an extra 3 police officers. Now they lost that, and now they only have 30 police officers. Read on.
449 cases of child abuse.
So how many? 449 cases of child abuse. Go ahead.
1,245 cases of domestic violence. 589 gun-involved crimes.
1,000 and what cases of domestic violence?
1,245 cases of domestic violence.
So that jumped as well. Read on.
589 gun-involved crimes.
Dang, that jumped as well. I think the last year was 188. But read on.
And 343 cases of the most serious drugs. Just between October 1st, 2022 and February 2023, we have had 8 homicides, 8 violent rapes, and another 299 serious cases of child abuse.
So that's not even a year. Let's see, October 1st of 2022 to
That's 4 months.
That's 4 months. Within 4 months, they had 8 homicides, 8 violent rapes, 8 violent rapes, and another 299 serious cases of child abuse. So can you imagine what they're doing to these kids? They probably, who knows, child abuse. They say serious cases of child abuse.
And that could be them beating them. That
Beating
could be
these
neglect.
babies while they crying or then they high, neglect.
Ooh, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, wanting them to shut up.
Because you high and you doing all manner of evil.
Oh my goodness.
That goes to verse 6 in Hosea about how because we've forgotten God, he gonna forget our kids.
Come on. Yeah. Let's read on.
Due to our extreme shortage of officers, our average response time continues to be between 30 minutes and an hour. Medical clearance for an arrest, which is often required for a large percentage of our detainees, continue to exceed 3 hours. And our Indian Health Services referred care costs for a single crime victim can easily exceed the cost of 2 officers' salaries for a year.
Dang.
Our officers continue to work alone with backup if any is available, being around 30 minutes away, even when the alleged perpetrator has a loaded weapon. South Dakota is a non-public law 280 state, which means that state and country officers do not respond to crimes unless it is a non-Indian or non-Indian incident.
So they ain't getting no help. Now let's stroll down. We're not gonna read the Indian on non-Indian incident. We're gonna go actually to the need for officers, additional officers. Let's read that.
The need for additional officers. As a result of our shortfall in police officers, crimes are not being fully investigated. Evidence is lost due to slow response times, and some prosecutions cannot be pursued due to these two things. Our officers sometimes do not even have the time to write a police report before being called away to another equally dangerous crime.
So you can see that they're still facing the same problems that they faced in 2023, same problem that they faced in 2021.
Come on now,
same
dog.
problem they faced in 2020, all the way dating back to the 90s.
Yeah, and nothing has changed in these reports.
Right. It's the same. I was talking to John. I'm like, damn, we reading the same one that they wrote the year before? It's the same thing. All they do is just increase the number of crimes that's happening.
Increase the number of crimes.
Damn. This goes back to that vain help. Go ahead.
So you saying after the chief police reached out, after Congress got word, crime increased.
Yes, increased.
Can I get a script, officer?
Go ahead.
Get
go
that
ahead.
in Matthew
Let's hear
24
this.
real quick. Read 11 and 12. Matthew 24, 11 and 12. This is crazy. This is crazy. Read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 11.
Let's go.
And many false prophets shall rise.
The false prophets are the Catholic Church. The false prophets are the priests and the nuns that destroyed the Native Americans when they came and conquered our people. We got taught Catholicism. We got taught white Jesus. So that's what our people go by. That's what we have in our head because of white people. Read.
And shall deceive many.
We have been deceived. The black, Native American, Hispanic community is in a state of deception because we think God is somebody else. We believe in a false God that we've been taught through these religions. Read.
And because iniquity shall abound.
Iniquity, you can replace that with crime, with sin. It says iniquity shall what?
Abound.
Meaning increase. God is telling us, because we believe in this false Christ, because we believe in all type of religions, and now that false Christ says homosexuality is okay. All of these things are okay now. God said sin, crime is going to only increase in these last days. Read.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
And unfortunately, that's what you see in our communities. It's sad. There ain't no love. Ain't no mercy like we read in Hosea. Our brothers and sisters have become cold-hearted, sinful, hateful. And the only way to fix that is come back to who we are in the Bible. No other way.
Hey, keep reading. Read verse 13.
Verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end.
It says, he that shall endure to the end. Our people don't know how to endure it. Our people don't have the solution. So what do? Go to Isaiah.
Hey, they don't know what to endure.
Right.
How to?
They don't know what to endure. Hey, Gad, they don't even know they Gad.
They just suffer.
Native American is asleep.
They just suffering. They ain't enduring. You suffering.
This
You
is
lay down.
Isaiah 5 and 11.
They suffering and asking for help from the wrong people.
Right. When they ask for the help from the same people year after year after year, just when the same report, soon it just gets to this. Isaiah 5 and 11. This is what we see on the reservations all the time.
Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 11.
Bring it out.
Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink.
That's how they endure. They go to the liquor, the drugs, the alcohol. This is how they endure because they have no hope. They have no hope in the same oppressors that's been oppressing them since they took the whole land away.
Come on.
So like these people ain't helping me, so now I'm gonna get drunk. Right? Keep going.
That continue until night.
All they do is they drink all day. Because they put the liquor in they don't give them the police officers, but they gonna give them some liquor. Go ahead.
Until wine inflame them.
Until now you the cases involve you beating your kids because you're drunk. Child abuse. Now you got you're angry all the time. Now you shooting people. You know what I mean? The violent rapes because you're drunk. right? This is what's happening in our reservations because we don't have there's no people going with real solutions. They're not giving the Bible the real medicine that they need to get out of the hellhole they're living in.
Our people in sin, they wise to do evil. That's why they got to wake up out of the sleep they're in. Let's continue reading.
Hey, Cap, go to Hosea 13:9. You see?
Come on.
Go ahead. Yep.
Okay. Yes, sir.
The book of Hosea, chapter 13 and verse 9.
Let's go.
O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself, but in me is thine help.
So that's where the help is coming from. It's not going to come from Esau.
Right.
It's not going to come from the liquor. It's going to come from Christ.
Exactly.
That's right.
And that's our job to get them to wake up and understand that. Let's read on a little bit more. Where we at?
Boom. Our officers sometimes do not even have time to write a police report before being called away to another equally dangerous crime. They are stressed to the point that their health and personal lives are impacted. Our tribal officers also make far less than what they would if they worked the same job for the BIA, OJS, or other federal or state police departments.
Hey, let's stroll down now to the budget.
Right here.
There you go. Yeah, let's read a little bit of that.
Resetting the BIA, OJS law enforcement budget. In the late 1990s, Congress passed the Indian Law Enforcement Statute. The statute mandated the creation of the BIA Office of Justice Services and afforded it certain mandatory responsibilities.
So under this law, they had a budget, right? And they were supposed to have certain mandatory responsibilities. But read on.
Those responsibilities were not and are not discretionary. They're established by existing federal law.
So those responsibilities were not and are not, what is it called?
Discretionary, meaning.
Discretionary. Go ahead.
They are established by existing federal law.
Read on.
Unfortunately,
when
Congress passed those laws, neither Congress nor anyone in the administration or since has thought about what it takes to fulfill the responsibilities of meeting the 2.8 officers per 1,000 service population that the BIA, OJS, and the Department of Justice use to meet the minimum need to fulfill the essential government function.
So they passed a law, but they didn't think about, well, I'm sure they knew.
Right.
But they didn't provide the adequate funding to make this law operational, to make this law work.
Come on, man.
So what he says, so to fulfill the responsibilities of meeting the 2.8 officers per 1,000 service population. So it's supposed to be 2.8 officers per 1,000 service population.
So there should be at least 120 officers on the reservation. They're 90 short.
At least 120, but when you round that up, I think he said they supposed to have at least 130, right? And right now, as you're gonna see soon, that they are 100 officers short. But where are we at? Read on.
Instead, the BIA created the OJS with the money it was spending in 1999, ignoring the other federal funding the DOJ provided. The reality was that well over 70% of the Indian law enforcement funding at that time for large land-based tribes was with exclusive federal tribal criminal jurisdiction was being provided by the DOJ grants. When those DOJ grants expired, they were never replaced by the BIA OJS. Between the mid-2000s and now, inflation took over, and OST DPS went from the 130 officers it had at the end of the 1990s to the 30 I have now.
So they done lost 100 officers over the years. 100 officers over the years. I mean, this is crazy. So we can't depend on this white man, right, to fund us so we can govern our people. Here's what the Lord say we need to do. Zephaniah 2:1.
Bring it out.
And this is what we have to understand we have to do. We have to gather together. We have to gather together.
That's right.
as a people, as a unit, and stop just continuing. We want to continue in our sin, right? And try to cry to the white man to save us. And all we have to do is gather together under the Lord, right?
We want to be evil and then ask the devil to help us.
And ask the devil to help us. That's crazy. Read that.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Come on.
Gather yourselves together.
Gather together. You so-called Native Americans, you Pine Ridge residents, which are from the tribe of Gad. The Lord said, gather together.
That's right.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Because we are a nation that's not desired. This is a great example of how we're showing you, Gad, that you are a nation that's not desired. It's not desired for you to be able to govern your people.
Come on.
It's not desired for you to have the adequate funds you need to police the over 40,000 population of Pine Ridge. It's not desired for you to have structure. It's not desired for you to have good running water. It's not desired for you to have healthy food, grocery stores. It's not desired for you to have a good community. It's not desired. So that's why the Lord says, you have to gather together, O nation not desired. Read on.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. Right? Right now the Lord is anger, but the fierce anger of the Lord is that judgment day. Because it gets worse. You got to gather together. You got to realize the condition you in and gather together, and we can get ourselves out of the situation that we're in.
That's
we don't
right.
have to keep doing evil and expect the white man to get us out the condition that we're in, because the evil that we're doing is upon ourselves.
Right.
Come on.
Read on.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Now go to 2 Corinthians 6 and 17. Read on. Read verse 3.
Verse 3. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought this judgment. Seek righteousness.
So you got to seek the Lord. You have to seek the Lord. You have to seek righteousness and not the evil. You can't go around, you can't seek to rape your own brother. You can't seek to murder your own brothers and sisters. You can't seek to rob your own brothers and sisters.
Bring it out.
You have to seek righteousness. Seeking evil is the reason that we're in the condition that we're in today. Seeking evil is the reason that we're needing 130 police officers. Seeking evil is the reason that we need the white man to come in our communities to save us from the evil that we're doing. We're going to commit evil, but we're going to expect them to save us out of the evil that we're doing. We're going to expect them to give us more police officers to lock each other up. Instead of just seeking righteousness.
Instead of just not killing each other.
Read on. Read what it says.
Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought this judgment. Seek righteousness.
Seek what?
Righteousness.
Seek righteousness. Seek righteousness and not evil. Read.
Seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
And then you shall be protected in the day of the Lord's anger.
That's
after
right.
you seek the righteousness of the Lord. And then all these curses will be removed from you.
That's right.
We have to seek the Lord. And the only way to do that is to come out from among them. 2 Corinthians 6 and verse 17.
And officer, you know it's crazy. You say gather yourself together, because Pine Ridge Reservation ain't the only reservation going through this.
Right.
You got to know it's happening on Navajo Nation. It's happening on the Crow. It's happening all throughout the tribe of Gad.
Right.
So it's not just Pine Ridge. Y'all, we got to gather together as a people, like you said.
On all the reservations, we got to gather together because we can get ourselves out of this situation if we gather together
and keep God's commandments.
Right. Stop seeking evil, like the scripture just said, and seek good to do each other good. And the only way to do that is to do this. Read.
2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 17.
Read.
Come on. Wherefore, come out from among them.
We have to come out from among them. Who is the them? The white man. We're so assimilated with them. We're so indoctrinated with them that we continue to have hope in them that they're going to come save us after 30 years of being in a state of emergency.
To this day.
The Lord says, come out from among them, read.
And be ye separate.
And what?
Be ye separate.
We got to separate mentally. We have to separate from them, seeing them as a savior of us.
Right.
We have to separate from them, from seeing them as a savior. And we have to return to the Lord. Read.
Saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing.
We can't touch the unclean thing. Everything that has to do with this so-called white man is unclean. Even their process to provide funding and help for the reservation, it's all deception. Read.
And touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
Then the Lord will receive us. So we gather together, we come out from among them mentally, right? And don't get involved in any of the things that they have to offer to us, which is nothing but deception.
Right.
That's right. Come out of the murdering each other. Come out of the robbing each other. Come out of thinking that we can be saved through their political system, but yet keep killing each other. Now, what kind of sense is that? It's not. There more.
And I will be a father unto you.
Then he will be a father unto us. But why?
That's
because
right.
now we are obedient to the Most High. Then he will be a father to us. Is there more?
And ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty.
And then we will be the children of the Most High that we are. After we stop rebelling against God, then we will be that. Y'all got anything? Because we got another video. Let's get this.
Yeah, let me back with you. Jeremiah 17:5.
Come on!
Because you're exactly right. Because there's no of us being around them and going for them to help. You'll never get it.
Right.
The people who put you in the situation aren't going to help you out of it because they're benefiting off us being in a poor state.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 5.
Let's go.
Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
It says, cursed be Gad that trusteth in the white man. You cursed doing that. Why? Go ahead.
And maketh flesh his arm.
Meaning you trust that person to help you, even though that's the murderer. That's like calling the police and saving the person that's trying to attack you and yourself. It make no sense. Go ahead.
Whose heart departeth from the Lord.
Your heart departs from God when you go to them for help. Because you're going to the devil. You're literally going to the devil for help. You're forsaking God. That's what the opposite is saying. That's what the Bible is saying. We can't go to the devil to get us out of the hellhole we live in right now.
And it's heavy to address because nobody is seeing what's going on these reservations.
Message.
Right? Because look at these facts that we're bringing out. Look at what we're addressing,
Come on!
about how the government is ignoring everything on the Pine Ridge, but yet sending billions of dollars outside of the country.
Right.
And overlooking, the people that is in the country. But yet, we've seen on national TV, right, where they say, like, for instance, a country like Libya. Oh, he's taking out, like Iraq. He's taking all the money to themselves. He's living in luxury. His people, this and that, and they go bomb the country. Now you see they doing it. It's a lie. The reason they doing it is not for what they say it is, because they hypocrites. When you look around, look at the people in America. Look at our people.
Bring it out.
They are neglected.
And just as an example of that, you take the neglect of police officers,
yes,
persecutors, judges, right? But yet you look at the influx of ICE agents.
Right.
They got
Right.
enough money for that.
They do.
The influx of calling martial law to certain protests to calm the revolutionary spirit down
Bring it
of
out.
different protests. America got money for these agents, different agencies and officers when it's their interests. But yet on the reservations, all we got is 33 police? All we got is money for 33 police officers.
They fund evil. That's why the guns are in the communities. That's why the drugs are in the communities.
It's systematic.
It's systematic. All right?
But I had to touch on this. I'm sorry. Both of y'all scriptures, right? The
Yeah.
Corinthians and that one. So because, our brothers and sisters on the reservation would like to think that they're already separate.
Come on!
They would like to think that they're sovereign. Like you said, they don't trust in no man. That's what they would say. Right? Because we was there. We conversated with y'all. We heard what y'all had to say.
Bring it out.
But the point is, y'all was celebrating Easter when we went there. That's not separating from the ways that we've been taught. You understand? We still trust in holidays. You understand? And the customs that they push to us, even though we might be a reservation full of just our people, the separation is in the mind, the customs, how we eat, how we dress. We have to come back to the Bible when it comes to that.
We do.
Y'all all right?
We do. We got to completely separate from them. Let's get this last video because now this was last year, the state of emergency that they declared. Now they declaring that the state of emergency continues. Play on. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all.
You stole my line. Donate.
Play, let's go.
Thanks for joining us on this 4th of July. I'm Phil Aldrich.
Turn it up.
Oglala Sioux Tribe President Frank Starr comes out, declared an extended state of emergency last December for the Pine Ridge Reservation. The emergency calling for funding for at least 50 officers, more aggressive enforcement of alcohol and drug laws by the Department of Justice and Bureau of Indian Affairs, as well as more jails. But today, the reservation is still in that state of emergency.
That reservation
The tribal leader
is
says
still
not much progress
in
has
that
been made.
state of emergency. Come on, y'all back there. Let's keep up. It's still in a state of emergency. It's a year later. Play on.
Tribal leader says not much progress has been made since
Turn it
December
up.
as the U.S. government came to the reservation with a task force and conducted a sweep. He adds he doesn't know if it was a publicity stunt, but a lot more needs to be done. Back in December, Starr comes out and says they had around 35 officers, but a few of them have left for better paying jobs.
By treaty, we should have 130 police officers. We're missing 100. Now the funding, where did it go?
So you can see, like, that they end up coming out, right? They brought some food. They showed up, right, with a few news agencies, right? And he's saying, I don't know if this was just a stunt.
That's exactly what it was.
That's all it was. To what is it? They gave you a pacifier.
Exactly.
Damn.
Rock you back to sleep real quick.
Rock you back to sleep. And they didn't do nothing.
A gift destroys the heart.
Right.
And you see also their the help that they would bring was police and jails.
Right.
That's the help that our people are calling for. More people being arrested and more people being locked up. Not food, not their land back,
not drug counseling,
not therapy. Come on.
Not,
Jails.
thou should not hate thy brother.
Oh,
not
they
scriptures, not Bible.
They definitely not gonna bring us in there to help them out.
Right.
Give them the actual solution for their problem.
Hey, let's play on.
We believe that Congress will let these grants die out and not reinstate them. This is the result.
The reservation is approximately 2 million acres, and Starr comes out says it's been challenging for officers as they are overworked and underpaid.
Hey, give me the book of Hosea chapter 5 verse 15.
Come on!
I got you. Because this is the problem we see on the reservation. We want to We want to look for love in all the wrong places. We want to look for solutions from everybody, but from the person we're supposed to look for. Go ahead, read that.
The book of Hosea, chapter 5, verse 15.
Let's go.
I will go and return to my place.
This is Christ. He said, I'm going away from y'all. I'm not going to deal with y'all. Why?
Till they acknowledge their offense.
So we have to acknowledge we done walked in idolatry. We're murdering each other. We're killing each other. We're raping and stealing from each other. We're doing everything contrary to what God wants us to do. Go ahead.
And seek my face.
We have to return back to our true nationality as the Israelites, and we got to keep God's commandments. Go ahead.
In their affliction, they will seek me early.
So right now, that's what you have to do. You so-called Native Americans, you have to seek God. Seek God. Don't seek the white man. Don't seek Congress. Come back to the Bible. Come back to your true nationality.
That's right. That's right. 'Cause you can see, after all the letters and everything, that they finally came out with some food, right? And they came out saying what they was gonna do, but like Frank said, it's just a stunt. It was deception. It wasn't real. Right. So that's what we got to get them to understand. That's why the prophets of the Most High is here.
That's right.
We got to change the mindset of our people. Let's read Luke chapter 4 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
The book of Luke, chapter 4 and verse 18.
Come on.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me.
So the Spirit of the Lord is upon the prophets of the Most High. Read.
Because he hath anointed me.
He has anointed us to do what?
To preach the gospel to the poor.
To preach the gospel to the poor. To preach salvation to Gad. Right? To preach deliverance to Gad. To preach gather yourselves together to Gad. To the so-called Native Americans. Read.
He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted.
He sent us to heal the brokenhearted of the Pine Ridge Reservation.
That's right.
And how are you going to be healed? It's through the Bible, through the Word of God, through the Black Messiah, through the true gospel. Read.
To preach deliverance to the captives.
To preach deliverance to the captives, because you are the captives. You have to beg another nation for services. You have to beg another nation for food. You have to beg another nation for water. You have to beg another nation for police officers, for funding. Read.
And the recovering of sight to the blind.
You are the blind. You are the sleep. You are the ones that's indoctrinated with the philosophy of this white man. You are rocked to sleep. You believing in a people that is not going to help you, and they've shown it time after time after time after time. Therefore, you are the blind. Read.
To set at liberty them that are bruised.
You are the bruised. You are the beat up, the broken down that we are trying to set at liberty through the scriptures of the Most High. Read.
To preach the acceptable year of the Lord.
To preach the acceptable year of the Lord, to preach salvation, to preach the return of Christ. Let's get the book of 2 Corinthians now. Let's get the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4. And we're going to start at verse 3.
The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 3.
Let's go.
But if our gospel be hid.
If this gospel be hid, read.
It is hid to them that are lost.
Because you are lost over there on the Pine Ridge. You reject the word of God. That's why you're lost. That's why you're blind. And here's why. Read on.
And whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not.
Because the God of this world, your God is white Jesus. They have blinded you. With what? We're going to come down there. We're going to give you food. Right? Believe in our system. Vote in Republican and Democrat. Congress. Write a letter to Congress. They have blinded you. Right? With the false sense of hope. Read on.
Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them.
Read that again.
Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them.
Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. Right? You reject the glorious gospel of God. All right? You're not allowing, right, the light to shine. You're not allowing the word of God to come through. It's not that you don't know that you are in a bad predicament. It's not that you don't know that this white man's not helping you. It's not that you can't see that, right? But it's not that you can't see, right? When we bring out the scripture to you, it's not that you can't see it's not true, right? But it's through their deception, right? It's through their deceiving you that you want to allow, right, the true gospel of God to manifest within your brains. Read on.
For we preach not ourselves.
For we don't preach ourselves. We don't preach for our own glory. We don't preach for ourselves. We don't have a separate agenda or something like that. Read on.
But Christ Jesus the Lord.
We preach the word of Christ. Christ ordered us to wake up the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Right. Read on.
And ourselves your servants.
We are your servants. We are here to awake you out of the sleep that you're in. Read.
For Jesus' sake.
For Christ's sakes. Read on.
For God who commanded the light to shine out of darkness.
For God who commanded the light to shine out of darkness. So just like in Genesis, he commanded the light to shine out of darkness. He's commanding us, right, to shine the light of knowledge into you. Read on.
Have shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ.
He commanded us to give the light into you now because you are in darkness. You're blind. Right? Read on.
But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of God and not of us.
Well, that was it. So we're commanded to wake you up to hopefully, get you out of the situation you're in. We're here to get you to see, right? And we're going to stay here until you can actually wake up and see that you are an Israelite from the tribe of Gad. And there's no way out of the condition that you're in except you turn back to Christ. That's the only way out.
That's heavy. That's a heavy script. That's a heavy point, officer, because in verse 5 when it says, and ourselves, your servants for Jesus' sake. Like, we go on these reservations. We reach out to our family.
That's right.
To help, to be servants unto y'all.
Right.
We not coming to bring no false doctrine.
Yeah.
We not coming to ask you for money.
Right.
We not coming for no publicity stunt. We coming because the same American government is doing us dirty over here in the cities, and God said our people are in the reservations too. So we coming to tell you we the same people.
And we coming to tear down those strongholds that you have in your mind.
Right.
That constant belief that this white man gonna save you. It's our job to tear down those strongholds so that you won't reject the knowledge of Christ.
That's
we
right.
can't give up. The Lord says we have to keep on pushing. We have to continue to wake up the tribe of Gad. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to continue to do it until you see, until you come out of the darkness that you're in into the light. That's right.
All right, so if you're ready to come to the light of Christ and stop begging the white man for things, we have a school here in Denver, 9034 East Easter Place. You can also visit IsraelUnite.org, find a school near you, okay? Make sure you subscribe to IUIC TV. We got classes all day from the bishops, the deacons, the captains, everything you need to feed your spirit, okay?
Come on!
Make sure you donate. Where I'm at. Boom, right here. Donate to the Booster Club. Help send the prophets all around the world to the four corners of the earth to wake up the 12 tribes of Israel. Back to you, officer.
That's right. We want to give a shout out to our bishops.
Yeah.
Right, our deacons, captains, officers, Hey, and to all the mighty men of the Lord who's helping, all right, wake up the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Yeah.
All right, we want to give thanks. Hey, we also want to give thanks to AV team in the back. We want to give thanks to our live audience that's here.
Natives Hour was taped in front of a live studio audience.
All right, that has been another show of the Natives Hour. Hey, we brought out some serious stuff today. All right, we had to bring to light what's actually going on these reservations.
That's right.
Hey, it's crazy. All right, with that, hey, we're gonna say shalom.
Who are you?
I'm Officer Dunn. All right. To your left,
Officer Hasadiah.
To my right,
Officer Jair.
To his right,
Officer Jonah.
And we have been
the Natives Hour, home of the 10 tribes.
Wake up!
Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock.
Hickory dickory, I know you sick of me, but you a God's enemy if you live wickedly. Don't be an idiot, follow for trickery, Musa has had enough. Call all the deacons up, and all of the captains, it's time to get active. We never reactive, we swing into action, cause you're running out of time. Yeah, you're running out of time. Yeah, don't be tripping up, gotta keep it up, cause you're running out of time.